The King James Bible, New Testament, Matthew chapter 13 Stats and Facts Review and Study. Chapter, verse, and word counts. Matthew chapter 13 verse 15 has the most words at 32 words. You can see the Matthew chapter 13 verse total count at 58 verses, the average word all of Matthew chapter 13 verses at 23 words per verse, as well as the average verse word counts for both the complete Old Testament, New Testament, and both combined to get a comparison of Matthew chapter 13 word per verse count comparisons. Top 25 most used word counts found in Matthew chapter 13. You can see the most frequent words in Matthew chapter 13 and the word count for each ordered by word count. As well, you can compare that to the total times those words are used in the whole of each Old Testament, New Testament, and both Old and New Testament combined. Top 50 least used words found in chapter 13. You can see the least frequent words in Matthew chapter 13 and the word count for each. As well, you can compare that to the total times those words are used in the whole of each Old Testament, New Testament, and both Old and New Testaments. You can see 4 words highlighted in yellow: dureth, deepness, sixtyfold, and carpenters, which are only found one time in all of the Bible, so these are pretty rare words found in Matthew chapter 13. Counts of names, places, and topics. You can see different topics, names, and places, as well as their word counts in Matthew chapter 13. You can see one location listed at the bottom in orange as places, lands, and landmarks. As well, you can see the topics of Teach Mission 1 row at the bottom as well. You can see one row in yellow that has the name Hosea's, only used 6 times in the Bible. You can see the total counts for those places in the New Testament, Old Testament, and both combined out to the right. Verse counts and the words incurring the related references pointing out of Matthew chapter 13 chapters and verses. You can see in yellow the total outbound references pointing out Matthew chapter 13 at 31 references, as well as the counts per each verse in Matthew chapter 13 and the average outbound reference per verse at 0.5 per verse, and see the per verse rates for the Old Testament, New Testament, and both to the right for comparison. In red, you can see the out references by destination of either Old Testament or New Testament ordered by counts. In blue, you can see 13 out references to the destination Bible books Matthew through Zechariah ordered by counts. In green, you can see 25 words that incur the related out reference to the different Bible verses usage counts. Verse counts and the words incurring the related references pointing into Matthew chapter 13 verses. You can see in yellow the total inbound related references pointing into Matthew chapter 13 at 31 references, as well as the counts per each verse in Matthew chapter 13 and the average outbound reference per verse at 0.5 per verse, and the per verse rates for the Old Testament, New Testament, and both to the right for comparison. In red, you can see the inbound references by origin source of either Old Testament or New Testament ordered by counts. In blue, you can see the 13 inbound references into Matthew chapter 13 verse references by origin Bible books Matthew through Daniel ordered by counts. In green, you can see the 28 words that incur the related inbound reference into Matthew chapter 13 ordered by the count used.